My boyfriend's undying devotion to his girl best friend is ruining our relationship, so I left him to be her problem instead. My boyfriend has a girl best friend, who he can't stop gushing about. They used to have feelings for each other as teenagers. They have lived in different continents since the last decade but have stayed in touch throughout. I don't know her. They have long video calls during the night, and in the morning he would only talk about her. Now G and I both have a dark sense of humor, so we joke about everything under the sun. But he can't take jokes on this girl. He snaps at me, but can easily joke about his or my family. This girl is supposed to marry a socially awkward, not conventionally attractive guy with a heart of gold and a fat pay package. The girl's fiancé has been waiting for her to say yes for years while she benched him and slept around with other dudes. Once their wedding was finalized, she would call G and always complain about how bad, incompetent, weak, clueless, etc. her fiancé is. She wouldn't even spare his lovemaking. G would then spend our time together telling me what a bad match he is for an amazing girl like her. I am not comfortable with the idea that a girl is always badmouthing her fiancé in front of my partner, and I fear G could do the same to me. I know sometimes people share their relationship issues with their friends, but if your partner isn't keeping you happy, should talk to them first, and what she does is just demeaning him. G spent the night before my birthday drinking, on long video calls, with this girl. The next day only talked about her and eventually dozed off before he could wish me on midnight. Even when I was going through a lot when my father was hospitalized, he wouldn't stop talking about her, justifying her sleeping with a different guy while she has a fiancé. G loves to sleep and can unalive if someone interrupts his sleep, but this girl calls him at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. randomly, when she woke him up saying she wants a baby right now, but G never seems to have a problem with it. He entertains all her rants, tantrums, childish whims and drama any time of the day. He doesn't even acknowledge that she's always seeking favors from him, flirts with him, is marrying this fellow only for his money, but he judges me all the time. I understand both my boyfriend and I can have friends from the opposite gender, but the way he talks about this girl is so much different from his other female friends. He would send me photos and videos of his friends on WhatsApp, but when it's this girl, he makes it a view one time only. Initially, he would talk about me, us, his plans for us, a life together. Soon all these stopped and he only talked about her and how amazing she is. I know we can admire our friends, but I don't get spending days talking about someone, being happy at the mention of their name. Eventually I told him that this feels like he still has feelings for her and I could step away if she makes him so happy. Initially he apologized for making me feel bad, but eventually called me manipulative, possessive and insecure. He said he would have been with her if he was actually interested, but I know he wouldn't date a girl who has zero chances of being in the same city as him. Over the last 1 year, with our wedding planned, I told him that he should try to reduce his emotional attachment to her, treat her like his other female buddies, maybe call her less. But he continued calling her anyway, even when she said she's going to be busy for the next 6 months. One day he got drunk and told me she makes him happier. I had enough, so I asked him to make a choice, but he begged me to stay. This fight lasted over a month and eventually he called up the girl and told her everything, despite promising me to keep things between us. She said she understands and would not stay in touch. I was livid at this betrayal cause I begged him to not tell her anything. He said he only did it to save this relationship. I gave him one last chance and got back together. He assured me I am the girl for him and she means nothing to him, and he has happily blocked her number. We were happy for a few months with no disturbance. Once, he was drunk and said how much he missed her, and now he wants to create rifts between me and my friends to seek revenge for coming between them. He forgot this the next day, but after some months she ends up calling him again. If you keep a number blocked they can't call you, so he probably never blocked her in the first place. I was furious. He threatened to record our fights and show her everything. She kept coming back to our lives multiple times. Each time we break up and he goes back to her and tells her everything that I asked him not to. I stopped trusting him completely. I realized he has to be true to this girl, even at the cost of my emotions. All the begging I did, my tears, me asking to keep things private mean nothing to him. He said I mean everything to him, but his actions meant the opposite. One day he told me that she thinks he still likes her and she isn't accountable for the rifts between us. I felt very uncomfortable with the fact that a girl feels my boyfriend fancies her despite having a girlfriend. I realized he can't live without her, but he expects me to leave everything for him. He can go weeks without speaking with his parents, but he rushes to talk to her every time we break up. Because of these and his alcohol addiction, I have called off our marriage. He has previously lied to me about girls who we called just friends, but were all flings, so I have massive trust issues. I have nowhere else to share all this. Being over 30 and breaking up a marriage is a huge deal from where I come.